Okay. Oh, did I do Sunday night from the I wonder if I did Sunday night for the thumbnail. I surely did. Well, we can update that real quick. Change it to Saturday. There we go. I'll fix the thumbnail later. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. So I have switched to my laptop and vanilla OBS Studio. So I don't know how this is going to work. Please let me know so I can figure it out before I really get started into this. Now, if it's too loud or anything like that, please let me know. Actually, then I think I still have it open over here. I don't, but it's easy enough to fix. No, I want just that. Saturday. Oh, no. Download. PNG. Download. Let's go over here, and we're going to edit the thumbnail real quick. That way people are not confused. Save. Okay, people are saying it sounds good. I thank you very much for that. And I will come back over here to this computer. You guys can see me. Okay, so what we got? We got David here, D. Becker, Random J, Vince. How are we doing tonight? So tonight what I'm going to be working on is my SKR Bear. And a few months ago, I would say probably about 3 or 4 months ago, this sucker started digging into the big build plate. Yeah. I would have to turn the machine off, turn it back on, and then start my print. And if I didn't do that, the probe was not homing properly and it was going too low, and then it was scraping into my print bed, which is not great. So I don't know. The only thing that we had kind of discussed in the Discord is the only thing we could think it could be is just a bad sensor. So since these are like $1.50 a piece, I figured I would go ahead and replace it. So I'm going to do that today. I'm trying to make chat a little bit bigger. Which I can't. Hello, whatever your name is. I can't read that. So again, this is an SKR Bear. This is a DIY one that I did. Actually, go back over here so you guys can see it. So I completely DIY'd this. I cut the frame myself. This frame was actually mostly part of another printer that I'd cut up. And I think I only needed one more piece of the 2040 to actually make it work. It's using all the Bear 2.0 parts, not the Bear 2.1 parts that Hound is using. So there are a little bit of difference. So it's a little bit of an older one. I'm using this, and this one is using the standard E3D V6 hot end setup, where Hound is using a Mosquito with a BMG extruder on it. This is all straight Bear. Nothing custom about this. It's all the parts are printed in atomic filaments, atomic filaments, carbon fiber PETG is what all these parts are printed in. There are a few carbon fiber parts though, to include this newer version of the Bear part cooler. Yeah, so it's got some extra channels in there in order to more evenly distribute the air, because in the normal one, most of your air comes right out here, but it's not getting the sides, where this one is forcing that distribution. You see it's limiting what's coming here and having a little bit more go around to the ends of it. So I'm hoping that this will improve. I mean, again, the performance is already good, but this should like set it over the top. So I'm interested to try this one out. I've had this one for quite a long time waiting to use it, and now is that time. So we're just going to move this down a little bit, kind of like that. And I'll get to work. So I'm also doing kind of like Q&A today. So if you've got any questions on anything I'm working on, what I've been working on, et cetera, feel free to ask. I'll go a little bit more details about the printer, just for your awareness. So again, Bear 2.0 parts. This is the only one of my custom build printers that is not running Klipper. So this is running Chris Warkocki's Marlin with like super duper minor changes made by me because I'm not the best with Marlin, but it's running mostly Chris Warkocki's firmware for the SKR Bear because that's what he runs most of his printers, or a fair bit of them. For the ones that he has built, all the Bears are all SKR Bears. And I wanted this one just so I could have one of these printers to be able to try it out and, you know, test it compared to a lot of the other custom stuff that I've done over the past few years. I mean, it's still a completely custom build. I mean, I sourced all the parts myself. This wasn't a Prusa that I had, you know, kind of gutted to do this. This was just parts that I either had or bought to be able to make this printer. So this is gonna suck. I hate having to do this. There's Derek. So I had to cut all of the zip ties on the back of the extruder off. I should say the X carriage, not really extruder, it's the X carriage. And then I'm just gonna peel this off to make my life easier, and I'll just rerun it. This guy goes down into here, and I am running this off of a octocoupler. So I really do hope that this fixes the problem. Because like it's definitely not the spring steel sheet, because the spring steel sheet doesn't get any less steely, you know. I'd thought that for a hot second, but then I was like, no, that's stupid. That's not the right answer. I mean, I guess the only thing that is custom about this is the holder for this. This is a 12 millimeter sensor, and Aaron actually is the one that customized this for me. Oh, I need to solder that. So I'm just going to heat that soldering iron up real quick because I forgot the ground needs to be soldered. Need a little flathead. I mean, like I said, the Bear one, it does work. So red on the, we got red and brown, black's by itself. Okay. The brown goes, wait, and put red back in. Actually, this would be a good time. This is before I had ferrules. So I can go ahead and put ferrules on this guy. If I can find where they are. Yep, here they are. Okay. So we can ferrule some of these connections. I mean, it could be fair. The stock one is not bad. I mean, the Bear prints extremely well. I don't know how well this one's going to do. I'm hoping it's an improvement, because otherwise, why do it, you know? So today I'm switching out the probe on here because I think that's what's causing my bed leveling issues with this print. excuse me, with this printer. Actually, I don't need to solder. I'm gonna do ferrules. So I'm replacing the sensor to see if it fixes my problem. As I was saying, so these sensors, I think I get them on AliExpress for right around $2, I want to say. They are really not expensive at all. Okay, so out with the old one. And I bought, I want to say I bought, I don't know, 8 or 9 of them or 10 of them at once a while ago. And I've used them. All of my printers run these sensors. So they are reliable for as cheap as they are. This is the first time I've ever had what could be an issue with it, potentially. I don't know, we're going to figure that out today, though. Don't need any of this stuff. Okay, just like that. And, all right, so black. Wait, no, that's not right. What was it? Blue goes to black. So blue goes to black. We need, that's too small. Which is too big. Let's go with white. Green is pretty small. Yellow's a little bit bigger. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then brown and red go together. Use another yellow one. Come on. These wires sure are dainty. Not make a very good connection. So let's trim this. Try a different way. And twist those together. Now let's try a red one because that's pretty small. There we go. All right, so red goes into here. I'm just rewiring this to the optocoupler. Black goes in here. Nope, I did that wrong. I 100% did that wrong. Black's by itself. That. These other two, I joined with one, but I'm just going to tape it off. Where is my electrical tape? There it is. good. We can put the optocoupler back in here now. Oh, shoot. I also have a voltage step-down converter in here, and it moved. Now it's in the way. So this is the universal SKR what's it called? Universal SKR box, which I quite like. I mean, not like you can buy SKRs anymore, but you know, you still have some laying around. And this is going to go through here. Loop it around like that. Nope, go in front of it. All right, and then we'll get this all put back together. Mostly, I'm not going to fully close it until we do a smidge of testing. Yep. Get in there. So now I'm just going to get some twisties. We'll just use these twist ties to hold the bundle of wires together just for a few minutes. And once I confirm that this thing works, then we will make it pretty again. This extra cable just gets down in here. One more twist tie. Okay. So now we're going to have to, let's go there-ish. And I have did I leave a plug over here? I thought I left a cable up here. I guess I didn't. Those won't do. Can I get a short one? There we go. Don't need a 6-foot long power cable. Let's do that and that. Set to 110? Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you're right. It could be a wire break in there. Could be. Do auto home. Huh. Didn't stop. It triggered, but it didn't stop. Makes me wonder if the optocoupler is having issues. We'll see if it triggers. The light on here triggers. Nope. Okay, so let's pull the optocoupler out. Well, that could be one because the... All right, these ferrules didn't work. They just came right out. Cool. Turn off power. These wires are too small, even for the smallest ferrules that I have. Okay, let's see if we put power to this. If I put this here. Okay, now it lights up. You guys see that light right here? That's me triggering it. So let's just make sure that it's at a good spot. Now let's go motion, auto home. Oh, Brandon, this has been an issue for a while. I've just been lazy and have not fixed it. Okay, well that stopped. See what we can do for Z-align. All right. So let's just tighten that in then. And let's go ahead and we'll preheat the PLA. Man, I haven't used Marlin in a while. I've not used Marlin in a while. Where'd this one come? Oh, it came from in there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show it's been a while since I've used this printer, just because it hasn't worked in the past couple months here. I want to say probably it was December's last I printed with it. Well, I've got a couple Prusa clones now. I mean, again, this technically isn't a Prusa, it's a Bear. I mean, it says full Bear Prusa, but that's not true at all. Right there. The full Bear Prusa. This is just one that I printed in dual color, but yeah, I've not redone it yet. Lens attachment failed. Huh. For some reason, it's not re-autofocusing. Interesting. This camera has its quirks. So let's do motion, move axis, move Z. Gonna get the hot end cleaned off. Give it a quick scrub here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take off this boot. And we'll put on the new niceness one. That looks fantastic. We'll do my PLA-Z calibration. I probably should put PLA in there. Do I have any around somewhere? Oh, I got this pink here I can use. I have to reprint this guy here because it's loose. Coming out now? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. We're definitely going to need to adjust this. Click to continue. So we need to tune. Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, that's thick in there. That seems half bad, but this thing is not on right. See if we can get it there. Mosquito, get out of here. That seems fine enough. Except I need to do the let's do motion. I'm gonna do auto home again. Let's see what's going on with this. I don't know if it's that or if my Z is that crooked. So let's do auto Z align. I think it might be that crooked. Well, it says it's good. Let's see if we can adjust this a little bit. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay. So let's see what we can We can print something real quick. That's PETG print, PLA print. I got all my iterations in here. Oh, here's something PLA. Print that. Just to see how that's working and see if, without turning it off, if this will just decide to work. See how that goes. Whoops. Oh, this does have a stupid amount of probe points. Yeah. Whoa. I went blue there for a hot second there. Let's go like that. There we go. Okay. Make sure the LEDs and status LEDs in here all look okay. Look okay. Yeah, I think it is a 7x7 grid. Again, something I don't change because I don't feel like recompiling Chris's firmware. Recompiling, I should say. With my Klipper machines, it's a simple update, reboot, done. But no, not this. So I think I need to get this set up, the whole OBS thing, because I can't even tell like how many people are actually like even in here. Participant. No, it doesn't show me anything. Yeah, I have no idea how many people are here. I guess unless I go to my YouTube live stream. I got 7 here right now. And 7 likes. Look at that. Thank you guys. I'll need to figure out what to do for like super chats and stuff like that on here, just because I don't know. My stream's bitrate is 10,000 kilobytes. Needs to be 4,500. Whoops. Hundreds of us. Okay, Brandon. We both know that's not true for my streams. Which is actually, again, it's okay. Like, I can't imagine how big creators manage those streams. Like, you can't. There's just too many people. I was watching one of Linus's The WAN show. I'm like, and there's hundreds and thousands of people commenting and saying stuff. I'm like, good gravy. You just can't keep up with any of that stuff. You just have to accept the fact that people are going to say things, and it's just going to get, you're basically just screaming into the ether for attention, and you don't get it because ain't nobody going to hear you. All right, bed to temperature. We're heating up the hot end now. And we'll see what this looks like. Yeah, so last week I ended up getting just busy. I ended up taking We went camping Saturday night, and then Sunday we had an award ceremony for scouts, and I just did not have the time. No, that is just absolutely just digging right in. No, that just totally dug right in. It just ruins my sheets. So let's go here to my custom commands, do a PLA Z calibration. If it's not the sensor, because it's already low over here. Because the thing's already triggered, but it wasn't triggered in the middle. But it's triggered here now. Let's undo that. Let's just check. Get this up out of the way. I mean, there's no plane in the bed. It's all normal. Do motion. Okay, let's do auto home. Grubs. I mean, the grubs on what? It's the Z issue. There's no grub screws on Z. They're integrated lead screws. So it's not like that's slipping or moving anywhere. Okay, so let's do auto Z align. Hey, Scott. So if I do motion and we do level bed, then now we wait an eternity again. I don't think I have any printers with couplers anymore. I don't actually. Oh, well, the Ultra Magnus does, but all my other printers, my printers, all have integrated lead screws now. I mean, heck, even the Hypercube has integrated lead screw. Yeah, but I mean, look how it's digging in. Right here. See right here? So this is where it digs in. And it just totally jabs away the... Now this is a very old build plate. I mean, it's already flaking off because I've done some super high temp prints on this thing in the past. But yeah, I mean, it just digs right through here. And I'm really afraid to put a different... whoops, camera just came loose. Hang on a second here. I'm afraid to put another build sheet on because it's just going to ruin that one too. And I really don't want to ruin one of my Prusa ones. I've got this FISEC one that is starting to come undone, but All my Prusa ones. I might have just a blank steel sheet. What do I got here? Yeah, I do have a blank steel sheet. Well, no, I have a TH3D one, but I can always do the backside of it. All right, so I'm going to do the Auto Z again after doing all that. Oh, I'd have to look up my laptop, Brandon. I'm not sure. I mean, but it's doing the exact same thing that the other probe was doing, which makes me think that it's not the probe. That something else in here has gone funny with the firmware. This corner is definitely higher. Because again, the probe was not triggering here, but you see the probe is already triggering here. Why is it doing that? Ah, it might be time to put Klipper on this guy. It's not loose. Belts aren't loose. They're all good. It's going to do the same thing. Because again, I can already see that it's come down lower. And it's about to interface with the bed too early. Yeah, we're already there. Yeah, hear it? So I wonder if it's time to Klipper this thing. Because for some reason, when it moves to this corner, it's going lower. I wonder if there's a tiny bit of play, but there usually is a little bit of play in the beds. But let's take, let's do this. Come on. All right. I'm going to take the bed off and just retighten the bearing holders. So I can do this without burning myself. Hey, Darren, how's it going? I mean, could it be the bearing? Potentially. All right, let's see if we can. Like that. There's definitely no slop now. It was just, I mean, a tenth of a turn is all that was. Super minute amount. Where's that bearing at? So, see if I can do all these at once. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Boom. 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 And boom. Hot dog. And then we'll go down here. 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 And then little. Come on. That's the whole thing moving there. All right, let's see. Motion, auto home. There's something stuck in here. This one's clean? Yeah, it's clean. All right, now let's do motion and auto Z align. I do love how quiet this machine is. All right, so now we're gonna do it to auto home again. Okay. Oh, no, I want to do that. And then now let's do the PLA Z calibrate. Already rubbing. As soon as it came over here, it went too low. Because again, my probe over here is already triggered. So let's cancel that. Let's lower the probe a little bit. Like there. should be. Try that. I mean, unless somehow my Y carriage got warped, it's like the only other thing I can think of. Why are you doing that? Can I just do... Oh, stop that. Why are you doing that? It's already triggering, but it's trying to go lower. This is the brutal thing about Marlin. Just the troubleshooting and everything else, just, golly, are they just time consuming. Yeah, it's still doing that. I wonder if I should take the carriage off and see what's going on. Because this is definitely higher now than it is in the middle there. So I'm going to just do a very non-scientific thing. And I'm going to auto home it. And then we're going to move the axis down a little bit. I'm going to move Z. Okay, so at 2.5, we're not doing anything. So let's move the Z. There, now it's there. So we're not triggering, we're triggering. How in the world would that have warped? Yeah, trigger's right there. So it doesn't do it over there. Okay, let's throw a different bet on here. We're just gonna do just this plain old bit of, it's a TH3D sheet, but there's nothing on the back side of it. We're gonna auto home it, Then we'll do the probe adjust. Okay, this motor is now stalling. Why is this motor's totally stalled out? So I wonder, could it be the driver? Could it be this driver is going bad? That is something to consider, I guess. Huh. So this is an SKR 1. I thought this was a 1.3. I didn't think I used any 1.4s. No, okay, it is a 1.4. But so here's the thing: if it's a bug, it wouldn't just randomly happen. I have not updated this thing in since I built it. I don't do consistent updates on any of my printers because once they're working, they're working. There's no reason to. So I would be interested why this bug all of a sudden happens. But either way, I do know this is having issues. So I'm going to swap out the driver for this motor right there, and I've got some 2209s right here. So which stepper is this going to? This is going to be the main Z stepper. So it should be this guy right here. Shit, I don't want to do that. Come on, please go back. Okay, we'll just put that back in a minute. Let's pull out this driver here. What the what? That was really weird. Okay, so that's in. Plug this back in. Filament sensor came unplugged. Okay. Where's the switch at? Come on. Oh. Nope. This motor is still acting up. Oh, it's because I replaced the wrong stepper. But either way, there's something weird with that one. So, that one right there. I replaced the extruder and not the Z1. Reading is fundamental. Some resistor around the ends of the offset don't trigger as they should. So I get it's a hardware bug, but again, it would have surfaced on initial compiling. Yeah, nope, it's still. Is it this thing? I wonder if it's actually the. That's why those were in there, because I remember this thing was causing it to. That's why I put that little piece of what's called in there, zip tie. Yeah, this Z cover is causing that to bind. So, okay, I just replaced that for nothing. But this one's weird. This guy lost a pin. I don't know why it lost a pin. Okay, so now let's tell it to level the bed. Vikings here. What's up, man? Welcome to Troubleshooting Printers with Shane again. So I don't remember. It is one of the diag pins, but I don't remember cutting that. Maybe it's because, again, this is my only 1.4 printer. Everything else I have and use are 1.3s because I never liked the 1.4. I mean, this might end up being a reason to replace this with something much newer, as none of the SKRs are made anymore. But if I did that, I would just go ahead and totally make this into a Klipper Bear build. Last row, come on. All right, so there's that. Now we can tell this to, oh no, we're gonna go up here to custom commands and the PLA calibration. Wait for that to heat up now. Yeah, I mean, I'm so out of the board knowledge right now because I haven't, I just used 1.3s for so long, and then this past summer, I should say this past year, I should say, a lot of new boards came out the past year. So I definitely don't know about any of them. I mean, I know there was a lot of issues with the Octopus. There's several people complaining on the Big Tree Tech Facebook group, stuff like that, but try to avoid those groups just because it's annoying to see the same topics every day. I mean, being the generation that invented social media, man, I am so done with it. Don't know that that's bad, so I'm just gonna keep that sensor to the side because I might end up just going back into the stockpile. So we're gonna click to continue, tune the offset. This way. There we go. Oh, too high now. Looks pretty good. Oh, TH3D Easy Board got retired too, eh? God, I haven't talked to Tim in a while. I mean, that's good. I'm just going to store everything right now. I'm going to run that again, but no, not going to do any adjustment. I'm going to leave it just what it is set to right now. And it should, the whole thing should go down perfectly. It's got to level again. Ugh. I guess it does need a level again. Okay. I still have a couple. I still have another sheet here that I think I got this one from Printed Solid and some PEI to put on it, but never did it. So my Gecko Tech and Build Tack and an old Prusa Smooth sheet, and I just like the textured sheet so much more nowadays. And I print all this PETG, and it's better on the textured sheets anyways. Yeah, my stash of boards was it the Robin Nanos and SKR 1.3s, because that's what's pretty much in everything. And I think I still have a few boards that I've never used yet. They're still in the boxes. I bought them as spares for swapping out on like review printer or something like that, but I just kind of stopped doing that. Okay, click to continue. This should be basically perfect all the way around. But it makes me wonder if my bed is the actual heated bed is now warped. I guess could happen over time, but that looks fairly even. And this went down without scratching, so that's a positive. Okay, see, now it's digging into the bed. You can't tell he's just died. Yeah, so what was just perfect is now too low. Not a ton. It's not really digging in, but it's definitely lower than what it was. Let's level the bed again. Yeah, I do have a metal ruler here. I have my old aluminum billet modding ruler. When I used to mod computers for my hobby years before I got into 3D printing. That was the last big hobby that I did. Excuse me. Where's my flashlight? Is it charged? I just saw it. Yep. It's charged. Let's do battery check. Batteries are all good. Okay. Hey there, Bob. How you doing? I don't know if that's German. All right, so let's do custom command. Let's do this again. We know the bed's level now. Well, at least it's got the mesh in there. Wait for it to reheat. No, that's upside down. Carbon fiber rods. So I have carbon fiber tubes. So here on the hypercube, let's see. Give me one quick second. Let me turn this back off and then on. There we go. Now we're actually working there. Okay, so whoop, that came loose. Sorry. Come on. There we go. So the hypercube is using carbon fiber tubes, but only on the X, and I'm using bushings on those. But I've not used any carbon fiber rods on an i3 style. Can we do like this? I need to get like a legit ball head thing here. So we have to start. All right, so again, it puts down a nice first bead there. Still looking okay. And now we're skipping. Now we're too close. And now we're fine. We've definitely got something going on right here. Now we're too close again. Who's that? What's up? Yeah? You need something? What is this? Like, look at this. I will bring it closer here in a second. Wait till this finish here. Come on. Okay, so that's what we're right here. Focus. So trying to do it without the glare. So you can see back here, we're fine. We're good here. We're good here. We start, and then we bottom out here. It gets all the way down there. It's fine here. Bottoms out here again. All of this is too low. Then we're fine here, and then we're a smidge low here. So what the actual heck? Let's check here. So let's do disable the steppers. I mean, I can move this. Front to back, I'm fine. But you can hear it. Back's fine. Garg. So at least I know it's somewhat the bed's fault, because I can hear that rocking. That's annoying. Sorry, trying to get that to refocus there. So yeah, we are off in this way. But again, bed leveling should account for that. So on this sheet here, I want you to print, where's that PLA? This guy here. With bed leveling though, it really shouldn't matter. And it's not that much off either. It really should not matter though. That's what bed leveling is for. So I guess we will have to find out here in a minute. If I end up doing too much to this guy, I'm gonna end up just freaking putting Klipper on it. I was trying to keep this as a Marlin just so I could stay relatively informed with Marlin. So I'm gonna adjust this camera again just because this is bugging me. I've got to get a ball head mount. What are you doing? It's not triggering. Or it's triggering, but it's not accepting it. It's not gonna do it because it's already triggered. Yeah, nope. So let's pull that up. Nope. This is the, now it's just not accepting the probe to trigger. Oh, good gravy. Klipper it is. Klipper it is. Do I want to do this tonight, though? Probably not, because I don't have a current image of Klipper on hand. So let me pull up. I'm going to download FluidPy now. And let that run. So I think what I'll do is next week, we'll kind of leave it here. I was going to design something next week, but I have printing I need to get done. I need to finish the Nerf wall, and I've got a huge project right here that I'm working on for the Lego channel. It has to do with those wall mounts that I made a few weeks back for Lego Track, and I'm getting ready to do that project. I bought the wood today, planning everything out. I'm going to start filming and working on that either tonight or tomorrow. But that's the next thing for that. I needed to design something. Well, I can't remember what it was. I think it was something for the kitchen. Either way, but I think next week we'll go ahead. I'll get all this downloaded. I'll get the image built at least, and I will get the Pi ready. The only Pi I have is this guy here, and it's a the new Pi 2. The 02, sorry, not Pi 2. I've got a Pi 0 W2 that I got a few months back. Honestly, I have had it for a while. I just haven't used it yet. So I will figure out what I'm going to do to power it, which I think I can just use the DC block that I have in there already. I'll get all that stuff ready this week. That way I'll have power ready. I'll have the cabling ready because I have to solder on the headers onto this guy. There's no headers on it. And then I will, then we will do that. We will put Klipper on this thing just because I think the issue is firmware related, and I'm not going to fix it because I don't want to mess with Marlin anymore. So, yeah, this will work because I'm running. So I have a Pi 0, a Pi 0W version 1 that runs both Fastlane, which is my Mark 3S clone that I built, and it runs Ultra Magnus, which is my ANET A8 Plus that I converted with Brandon and Aaron. So both of those run on Pi 0Ws. They run just fine. Some things can be a little bit chuggy in it, but overall, it runs 99% of the time just fine. So I'm going to, before I go offline here, I'm going to set these aside. So Derek, you were saying, so this, do I need to replace my extruder with this guy here because this one is the one with the clipped pin? So it's got the clip diag pin there. Do I need to put this back in my extruder, or am I clear to have the one with both pins in it without a problem? Wait for him to tell me. I'm going to just getting all this ready. Get these cables first. Like that. And then the rest. Come on. I like how this tubing doesn't like make your fingers bleed when you use it. The textile sleeving, but it's definitely not the simplest thing to get on. The plastic split loom stuff, man, that will ruin your hands. Absolutely ruin them. What do you say? Oh, so I need to put it back in then because I am using a runout sensor. Absolutely am. So let's go back here to E0. Pull this guy out. And put this one back in. And then push this back in. Okay. And for now, we're going to put this case back on just because I don't want to lose it. I'm not syncing all these all the way in because I got to pull them right back out next week. Okay. You turn back that way, give me more space on the desk. So at least we know it wasn't the driver and it wasn't this guy. So I'm going to put this one away. Because I might be able to use it one day again. What mods did I do to the ANET? I did a lot. So we'll swing the camera over there and I will explain it. It's mostly clear? Yeah, it's cleared off. So we're going to do like this and that. Focus. Okay, so this is my ANET 8 Plus converted into what we call Ultra Magnus. It's a little bit dark. Let me see if I can make it a little bit brighter for you. Hang on here. As bright as I'm going to get. So everything's been printed in it. It's kind of in a more of a Bear style. It is using the Bear ends and the Bear extruder on it. But the Y is all custom by Aaron, using the same feet. And all we did is we took the 2020 profile, the 2040 from all being flat to raising the front up. And that was enabled us to be able to actually do the Bear mods to this. And it's running in SKR 1.3 with Klipper on it. I'm using the stock power supply. I'm using the stock rods. We just had to exchange the X and the Z rods around just because of the way that they were too long, because they go so deep on the actual ANET ends that they have, but we wanted it a different way, so we ended up having to switch these two around so the Z actually stick up a little bit taller than they should. But Aaron, on his cults page, he has all of the different ways that you can modify this. So you could do it a couple different ways. You can do just the extruder itself. There's actually a ANET sized extruder. You could replace the entire X-axis. So, or you could do kind of the whole shebang. So there's a few different ways you could do it. You could run this all with the stock firmware, or I should say firmware, but the stock board if you wanted to. but I wanted the independent Z and things like that, and I wanted the smartness of Klipper. So I have a whole build series on it, and I think I have an overview video of it. I don't know. I don't know if I ever put out the overview video of that. I know I recorded one a while ago, but editing has just been such a laborious task of late. My motivation to edit videos is pretty much zil. But yeah, I have an overview video on the printer somewhere. Because I think I filmed it at my last house before I moved last summer. So I really hope I did put it out. If I didn't, shame on me. Put this stuff over here for now. This away. Is there a link to the cults page? Let me look it up here real quick for you. So stand by one. So I'm going to go over here to I remember what Aaron called it. There it is. Okay, so paste that. There you go. There's a link to Aaron's the cult page that has that. There it goes. Finally went through. So actually, I'm going to put you back on the shelf because I need my desk for the next few days. So I guess I need to get my sheet of paper here and start my list. So SKR Bear to Klipper. So we need the pi. We need the pi to SKR cables. We need power, pi power cable, which I'll just cut micro USB and mod it like that. That's what I've done before. Excuse me. What else do I need? I need a micro SD card. I need the fluid pi image. Oh, I mean SD card. I need to solder the pi. Yeah, so I need to solder the headers on that. So that'll be one evening this week. I'll work on that. You heard they went under? I mean, I don't know. So that was the last printer they sent me last year. Was the A8 Plus, which shockingly for me, it worked out of the box very well. And then I got the ET4 from them, and it just sucked. The ET4 or ET4 Plus I got, it was pretty bad. And that one got donated, and I said, hey, just do whatever you want with it, rip it apart. But the A Plus was great, and then the mods of it have been great. I mean, it's a workhorse of a printer. I have a 0.5 millimeter nozzle on it, and I generally do the bigger prints on that. PDG or PLA, doesn't really matter. The last thing I printed on there was a dice tower for my nephew. My sister contacted me, said she wanted one, so I printed him a great big dice tower on there. Trying to think if there's anything else that I need to prep. I haven't set up Klipper in a while because all my printers already have it, so I'm definitely gonna have to look up the manual when I go to do this as well. A little sad I'm gonna lose my last Marlin printer. See you later, Derek. I'm gonna get off here in just a few minutes. I'm just finishing making my list here of stuffs. There for now. Go put away. Yeah, so I think that'll be it. Like I said, I'll definitely get all that stuff together, and I'll work on. I'll probably ask questions in the Discord. But yeah, if you're on Discord member, make sure you go down below, check that out. I need to redo like bots and stuff like that to have that pop up, or I need to say in the beginning of the stream, something like that. But yeah, so that'll be next week, same time, Saturday. We'll put Klipper on this machine and see how it goes from there. Hopefully it'll be fairly smooth, but it'll probably be a rocky couple hours. That'll probably take me 2 hours to work through. I'll grab my config from Ultra Magnus. I'll just need to edit the pins because most of it's the same. There might already be a pre-configured SKR 1.4. I'm sure there is a profile out there for the pin out and stuff like that, but I'll try to work through some of that this week and just make a rough file to work with, and then we'll have to kind of dive through all of that next week in the stream. So we'll kind of see how that goes. No push-ups in the end. Nope, not at all. Not at all, Gunner. Goofball. I'm going to call it there then. So I'm going to get started on downloading and getting some of these things ready now. Again, another video that I want to try and start recording for the Lego channel, work on stuff like that. So, because I have a lot to do tomorrow. Summer's coming, hoorah. So, all right, thank you guys for joining in. This was not as eventful as I wanted to. I really wanted to get that printer just fixed in that first like 15 minutes when I got that thing on. But it just seems like there's something wrong with firmware or something. It's not saving settings because with auto bed leveling enabled, that thing should not be worried about a little bit of a blip, and it's not even recognizing that it's leveling anymore. So we're just gonna redo that next week. Thank you all for joining in. I hope you guys tune in next time and watch me fumble around with Klipper. So happy printing. I'll see y'all next time.